Okay, guys. So since I can't sleep, I want to make a video on how to survive, how to pass like a toxic interview in a call center in the Philippines. So, oh my tongue hurts. So that allergy. Oh my god, I need to have to get checked by a doctor. But hopefully there's a doctor available on the weekends. But the problem is, I'm busy, still busy on the weekends. So, okay. So, ouch. Shit. How to survive a toxic interview. I also need to get this out of my chest because so toxic interview was so toxic. I didn't stay for a job for like 5 or 10 years because um because those jobs were toxic. People were toxic. I can understand that a job is hard already. So the job is a job. It's hard, but the people around it are just toxic and just annoying. So that's one of the reasons that I left. So, but I didn't tell that interviewer because it's gonna be bad on me. I will not get hired. She kept trying to catch me saying that I quit because I didn't like the company because maybe she wanted uh, because I just found out that she's team leader on the team, on the training team, and she's most likely gonna handle all of us after the training. It's one of the newer accounts, and maybe that's why she's like very toxic in her interview. She wants signs if she should pass someone that doesn't have a plan to stay. Well, I stayed in the company, the longest one, but you know, um, I quit because of the pandemic. All that money is not worth risking the life of the old people in our home. Okay, I can risk. I worked for a couple months during the pandemic, but it's, maybe a month or two, I think, or three. But I quit because it's dangerous for the old people. If I'm just risking myself, I can deal with that, but I can't deal with risking my grandparents' health. Okay, so how to pass? Don't tell them that you left because of a really bad reason, just because you didn't like the company, because it was toxic. Because they're toxic during the interview because the account itself is toxic. So you will know from the interview, from the way they talk, the questions they ask, you will know how toxic the account is. Um, and how toxic they are. So you will not 100% know for sure, but you will get a pretty good idea. So read between the lines. So don't say anything that will put you in a bad light. Just because I quit because I didn't like my teammate, I didn't like my boss, my team leader. I told her that one of the company, most of the companies, I told them that the company was like dissolving, and I didn't get, and I didn't like ask to be reprofiled. Of course, they don't care about that. They don't care about your mental health or if there might be a better opportunity elsewhere. They don't care about that. They only care about their own jobs. And they're only going to hire you, pass you in the interview, especially if they're the ones going to handle you. You're going to be under them. If they can like trust you, okay, so you need to get their trust. You need to give them their commitment. Don't say anything that may be taken against you. One of the other companies, I said, it's a couple years, top performer, no growth, so no career growth, 1 or 2 years, 2 years, no career growth. So that's still a valid reason. And the overtime is not paid, and schedules are changed weekly. It's dangerous to your health. I understand schedules can change every month, but every week that's dangerous to your health. You're gonna die. So you're better off looking for some other company that doesn't change your schedule every week. Okay. So you need to put on you need to be strong. You need to be tough. You shouldn't be weak or weakened by their tactics when they interview you. Accent doesn't matter. So I asked them if accent doesn't matter, because I have a real bad accent. So this matters to them. It depends on the account. So I'm handling Canadian now, right? Yeah. And they're not really particular with the accents, and they're not the R word compared to like US telcos customers in US. So that's basically it. Just give them your 100% commitment. Tell them you will not be absent, you will not be late. Worry about it later. Life happens. You have like your sick leaves, vacation leave, so you can use that in case of an emergency. But during the interview, yeah. Also, if the interview process takes whole day, wait for them all day, waited for them all night. So that was plus points. I did put in the resume my top agent stuff, my achievements. So yeah, just show them that you can converse. You can understand English. You can converse properly. You understand them, and they understand you. So depends on the account. So or the person. Some people are not particular. Some companies are not particular with accent. So if they're particular with accent, good luck with that, or just find another company. So there's lots of company out there. So they asked me if I had other pending companies. So I told them no. If they don't want me, I will look for. That's the time to look for another one. That's depends. Sometimes that's not the final answer to that, but I could recommend keeping your secrets. So not telling everything. It's not lying. People say that if you're keeping secrets, you're not being honest. You need to keep your secrets to protect yourself. You're not gonna tell people how much you earn. They're gonna ask you. So better just not tell them everything. You can give them an idea, but don't listen to people say that you're lying because you're keeping secrets. No, you're protecting yourself. That's why they tell you to you have the right to remain silent. So you have the right to remain silent if you feel that it's going to be used against you. So keeping your secrets is not lying. Okay. It depends on the context. Sometimes it depends on the situation. But for this situation, in my opinion, it's not lying. You're protecting yourself. You're not. Sometimes You don't need to tell everything. You don't need to make up lies or white lies or stories. Sometimes you just don't need to tell them everything, because sometimes you want to protect yourself, other people's feelings. Sometimes you don't want to tell people that she demanded to know how I was able to live for 3 years, pandemic, unemployed. I told her I got side hustle also, real estate, uh, other freelance jobs, but I didn't tell them that I earn way more than them being a YouTuber, because I don't need to. You don't need to. You don't need to tell. You can make up stories. It's just like a conversation. Some stories need embellishment. Just make it more entertaining, or uh, just trying to be like a salesman. You're just making it more exciting so that you as a product is reliable, and so you can sell yourself. So you need to sell yourself. So you need to focus more on the good things about you, and you can exaggerate on that. Okay, so and on your weaknesses or your like bad records, you can try to cover it up with some excuse. Okay, so that's why we got an alibi. You need an alibi. If you feel that it's going to be taken against you, you left the company because you didn't like the company. Because anything you say, you don't like it, anything you don't like about a company, chances are it might be taken against you. Okay? So, some like valid, like, reasons might be, 2-3 years, no career growth, salaries delayed, overtime is not paid, stuff like that. If it's true, you can tell that, but you gotta make up an excuse. She also asked me, why did I get reprofiled? I did remember, but I did ask. Okay, I did ask if I want to get your profile. I didn't ask, so. But I can't remember everything. It's been like 5 years, 6 years in call center. I can't remember all of my adventures. I don't give a crap about it anymore. I moved on, but it's part of your history during interview. So you need to like get your most valid reasons. Like like what was I? So like contract ended. You're the one edit yourself. I'm lost. I'm sleepy, I guess. So you just don't tell your personal problems why you left. Oh yes, I was talking about the actually valid reasons that are true that I left. I forgot. Yeah, they kept calling me. Okay, the contract ended. The show ramp. They kept calling me, but there are better, better opportunities elsewhere that pays more. So when I left one of my companies that I work with, my friends were still there, and the account got dissolved and they were hanging for a month. You can use that against them, against those call centers, those interviewers, because they know that account LBs dissolve and change whatever. So I told them, if I gotta pay the bills. It's been a month, being hanging, no job offers, so I gotta pay the bills. You gotta tell them that. I gotta pay the bills. Who's gonna pay the bill? I gotta pay the bills, so I gotta eat. You need to tell them that. They just think about themselves. But what's the use of me waiting for a company for 2 to 3 months to call me back to go back to work just to be loyal to them and show on my resume on an interview after 5 years from a toxic interviewer that I stayed on that company for 7 years just to impress that interviewer. Okay, you don't need to do that because you need to eat, you need to pay your bills, you need a roof over your head, you need to feed your family, put clothes on you or and your family, your children, feed your children. You just be real. The initial interview, she asked me, a nice girl, why did you apply here? Of course, to pay the bills. What else? Or do you want me to tell you that I'm gonna buy my second house? Do you want to really dig further? But she didn't. Sometimes if they really want to dig further, I might hurt their feelings. We're rich. Okay, my family is rich. I don't need to work. You have a lot of businesses. So aside from that, I earn a lot of money passive. I only went back to a job because I'm gonna buy my third house. So it's boring here. I need a lot of money for a third house. That's not cheap. A third house just by myself. So this is already my second house. So I want my third house because I want the best house for me to live in for the rest of my life. So this is not the house I want to live in. So it's just an investment, but it's gonna take like years, a lot of years, if I didn't go back to a job, but to buy my third house. But if I went back to a job, the time that I'll get my third house will be faster than not having a job. What else? If they don't hire you, you're being honest. You need to pay the bills. You can't wait for your LOP, for your toxic people to reassign me to another LOB in a month just to be loyal to you and sacrifice my own life, my own family, my own self, my own health. I will be homeless next month. To be honest, as long as you didn't have any bad intentions, it's what it matters. If they don't want to hire you, if the toxic interviewer doesn't like you, so what? That's life. That's life. You just don't get everything you want in life. Life doesn't go the way you always want it to be. So just move on. Just find some other way. If you can't get a job, get help. So find side hustles, get help, and show that you're worthy of the help. Okay. Just like today, there was like a karaoke contest. Of course, I'm not gonna win because I have like allergy in with my tongue. Got like phlegm, cold, and the air conditioning. It just the cold is killing me. The aircon inside the company, that's killing me. So I really need lots of jackets, I guess, tomorrow. And in that company, I have like some sort of flu. Been like more than a week now, but I don't have the time to get checked by a doctor because weekends busy this weekend, and after your shift, doctors like maybe come in 9 a.m. But I need to sleep. Okay, so it's hard if you're in a call center. So prioritize your health over those people and your financial well-being, and save a lot of money in case it doesn't go well with your company. Anything can happen anytime. You could leave anytime because people are toxic, people are harassing you. harassing you physically and whatever, mentally or verbally, whatever, it's too much. You need the extra money. You need to have your plans, where you're gonna stay. You have a family, friends you can stay with in case what happens, whatever. Uh, a lot of savings and start building side hustles, okay? Side income so that it doesn't hurt you that much if you don't get hired by these toxic people. I only wasn't hired like once because I think that might be the same person or that other company, but uh, maybe I don't think so. But I only wasn't hired once because I lacked the qualification. I didn't finish my degree. I only have the thesis left, and it was the same like kind of interview, because it was the same toxic interview. Same way, they demand that you stay in a company for 10 years. You're not allowed to make your own decision. Yeah, that interviewer doesn't want, it's always your decision to leave. It's always your decision to leave. It's always your choice. Of course, because I have a choice. I have plans. I have resources prepared. Me, I prepare it for like years. People say I'm crazy because I prepare for years, but I wouldn't have this house and everything, and all the passive income, and all my other sources of income, and other resources. I wouldn't have bargaining power. Okay, I wouldn't have been able to bargain for a really good salary with them if I didn't have all that bargaining power. You can't bargain for like schedules or whatever, or for a better job. You can't even bargain to leave and find a better job, or just take a rest for like 6 months or a year if you don't have any bargaining resources, money, business, whatever, properties, whatever, or your family resources or whatever, or this resource, or your mind, your how your mind can find options and solutions to problems. I think that's basically it. So if you don't get hired, that's it. It is what it is. You just lucked out. Maybe that interviewer is just toxic. That interviewer just had a bad day. But don't talk about them. If you get hired, because you will never know. You will be under them. So I think she heard me when I said she was strict. I was supposed to say toxic, but I said strict. But I think she heard me. I think she was like, of course. But there's just this new girl. She has to talk to me, whatever. And I have to open my mouth. I really have to open my mouth. But well, anyway, if you get to the production floor, if you want to be toxic with me, bring it on. Well, if I might lose a job, anyway, it is what it is. I might lose the bonuses. 13th month, it is what it is. But if you wanna be toxic with me, henceforth, I don't know. Maybe I just don't have much patience and I'm getting old. Instead of like getting old and avoiding unnecessary conflict, but you really need to not maybe you really need to impose respect, or just impose for them to piss off, and just impose for them to be a decent human being, they got this other toxic friend told me earlier, "Hey, you can't control if people got something stupid thing to say to you. You can't control." Of course, you can control them because you already tell them a million times that you don't like this behavior and they keep repeating them. You can control because people don't understand, just lack the decency, so you can't control them, but if you wanna keep doing that to me and keep pissing me off or annoying me, just prepare, because your feelings are gonna get hurt, okay? that's what game what you want to play. You know, you want to compare who's superior. Be my guest. If you don't earn the same foreign currency than me, passively, you've got nothing on me. So yeah, so just maybe like enjoy working for a couple of years, maybe, you know, until I get my third house. So maybe, or 1 or 2 years no growth, maybe start to think about finding some other prospect companies. But maybe if I get my house sooner, you know, hopefully get it paid, third house sooner, or get it paid um, maybe I'll quit a job again, you know, and just live simple, quiet life away from people. But at least, you know, at least in a job you're not alone. So you know, just think of your goals, and if you don't get hired, it is what it is. So don't take it personally. Don't take the interview personally. But for people like me, you know, it sticks. Maybe find an outlet for that. So you know, some other TL came in today. She said that the account is toxic. It's whatever, toxic, whatever. I told her that it's exciting. Telcos are exciting. You know, I'm trying to be positive here, and she said, you know, talk to me again when you're on the floor. You know, I'm just trying to be positive here. You know, I'm not perfect, but I'm trying to be positive. You know, just try to try to take the situation positive, I guess. So, another way, maybe I should uh, engage too much conflict. You know, maybe just try to think about it positively. I guess maybe that's another way. You know, Epic failed today with a contest, singing contest. Not feeling well. You know. Um, yeah. So the account will be toxic. So because for my came to some sort of realization just earlier at work. So if the account is already toxic, you know, if the people around you are not toxic, you know, it might be worth it to work, you know. But you can't control people, so maybe you should try to find a positive outlook on that. You know, toxic account, bring it on. That's exciting, you know. So maybe, you know, toxic interviewer, maybe next time, bring it on, you know. It's exciting. Let's see if I pass or not. If I don't, okay, whatever. If I do, well, how did that happen? Toxic account, so yeah, I just want to maybe like have a positive outlook, you know. Toxic account, bring it on, you know. We'll see. You haven't even tried it yet. Let's try it first, and then we'll go from there. You know, my stay mostly depends on how I am treated in the company. So by the people around there. So but you know, I can't expect because been like 5 years. You know, being with team leaders, just think about themselves. You know, I've always been the top performer. Still not enough. Perfect attendance, still not enough. You know, they still ask too much from demand too much from me. You know, and it's unfair to politics. You know, top performer not getting promoted because you don't kiss ass. You know, the people will suck get promoted. You know, so what's the point of being a top agent? So if you perform, they're gonna hate you because you're gonna get all this glory, this attention, get famous, and all this money. But if you're not performing, they're still gonna hate you. Whatever you're gonna do, they're gonna hate you. So it depends. But you know, but the TL will be a woman, so it's not worth it, making opposite sex feel bad. If it's a guy, bring it on. I'm gonna kick your ass. I'm just kidding. You don't need to. Uh, well, so that's it. So just have a positive mindset, and try to find an outlet if it gets to you, if it's toxic. If you're very sensitive person, if it's call center, just know that there's a lot of call centers opening in the Philippines. So there's a lot of opportunities, just as long as you um, don't call center hop too much. So if you do that, you're gonna run out of options. So, and when you leave, try to leave properly so that you get rehired. So in case you have an option in the future. So mostly rehirable. Um, that's the thing. She told me, hey, I don't ask to reprofile, and then I try to come back. No, it's you people. It's you people that keep calling and texting me. It's you people that keep calling and texting me. So yeah, so I think that will be it for today. So I think I'll convert this channel into like talking about call centers and tutorials and how to like survive interviews or survive toxic accounts, whatever, survive living in a call center. Yeah, that's it for now. Leave a comment. Have a great day.